minutes after the top of the hour. Front Page brought to you by...
Front Page is brought to you by America's Best. Your health is our priority. America's Best contacts and eyeglass stores are now open to safely serve your vision needs. It's not just a better deal, it's America's Best. Good morning, everyone. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, bringing you a quick look at your front page news. So a bit of good news, thank God, on the coronavirus. The numbers of reported COVID-19 cases have fallen across the country. The final stage of testing of a coronavirus vaccine began yesterday on 30,000 volunteers across the country. So the vaccine was developed by the company Moderna, and results are expected this winter. Also, Senate Republicans finally introduced a new $1 trillion coronavirus aid package yesterday. So what does that include? It includes another round of $1,200 stimulus payments to Americans, also another round of payment protection program loans to businesses, and a reduction in the amount of unemployment benefits. So if you've been getting $600, it's going to go down to $200 a week. In other news, Portland, Oregon's Mayor Ted Wheeler and the mayors of 5 other major U.S. cities, including Seattle, Chicago, Kansas City, Albuquerque, and Washington, D.C., urged Congress yesterday to make it absolutely illegal for the federal government to deploy militarized federal agents in cities that don't want them there. And in lighter news, okay, try not to laugh too hard, Burger King has removed its apple pie from the menu. That's not the funny part. But KFC has teamed up with the shoe company Crocs. Starting yesterday, you can buy a limited edition Kentucky Fried Chicken scented Crocs for $59.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
Can't make it up.
I had to give you a pat.
Hold up. Why do you need just Crocs to be scented?
Well, you can buy. It's just a limited time, so everybody cannot smell like chicken.
Oh, so you gotta hurry up and do this.
So
you gotta hurry up and
Crocs
get it.
smell like chicken themselves.
Yes.
Okay,
KFC
and
teamed up with Crocs, and now you can get a bucket fried scented Croc for $59.99.
Whoever came up with that idea in that meeting should have been fired or drug tested right there on the spot.
Well, I'm going to smell them on out before they go out. That's a quick look at your headline news. For more on what's trending, log on to the Rickey Smiley MorningShow.com. Rock Teasy for Sheezy. What's going on in sports?
My Neezy, former San Francisco 49er player Dana Stubblefield was found guilty of rape following a 9-month trial and 5 years after the woman reported the 2015 sexual assault. He could face 15 years up to life in prison. And if the NFL does return and tries to play a season through this COVID-19, many of the players' helmets will have the names to honor victims of social injustice like George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery. Let's keep saying their names, man. So big up to the NFL for continuing to represent. Last but not least, the Philadelphia Eagles have paid tribute to the late Kobe Bryant with the memorial. It was a wall at their practice facilities. It was an image of his high school playing days in Philly, one as a member of the Los Angeles Lakers, and another image of him in an Eagles uniform, along with a list of Kobe's 10 rules of life, man. So that's pretty dope right there. It is what it is. That's the sports report for this morning. Gary with the T, what you got there, player?
All right, honey, she doesn't want to be ignored anymore. Who am I talking about? An emotional, y'all, Kim Kardashian West. Y'all, Kim and her husband met on yesterday, y'all, and they're saying, honey, the pair was seen in an intense conversation upon Kim's arrival in Cody, Wyoming, and they're saying the reality star, y'all, appeared very teary-eyed, and she spoke with her husband face-to-face for the first time in weeks. Now, according to people out there saying, honey, as soon as Kim got to the ranch, honey, she and Kanye, they came out together in his beautiful car. Now, they're saying, y'all, Kim was hysterically crying. She added, y'all, that Kim hasn't even seen Kanye in weeks. Now, they said she was very emotional about everything and also exhausted. Now, they're saying she feels very hurt by Kanye, and she has tried to reach him multiple times, but he just kept ignoring her. So yesterday, they finally met up, and they went to Wendy's and had a meal. And
Wendy's?
Wendy's.
Hold up.
Yep, he took it to Wendy's.
Okay, I'm making sure I heard it right. Keep going.
Yeah, they said they was photographed together in the car outing at Wendy's. Now they're saying, y'all, the rapper recently, he addressed, certain things with his beautiful wife, y'all, and he accused her mama, trying to lock him up, honey. But they since deleted the tweets and stuff. And they say West also claimed that he had been considering divorce for years from Kim Kardashian, y'all. Now, this is a very sad situation. Y'all, we love Kim. Don't we love Kim? Mm-hmm. But anyway, it's sad that Kanye would do this woman like this, honey. He wouldn't talk to her. He didn't want to do nothing. But I'm telling y'all now, they're going to get a divorce.
He was going through a manic episode. This man is bipolar. He's already said it. And so he has a platform. He's an A-list celebrity. And so he had an episode in public. Like, that's literally just what happened.
Yeah, well,
but that's not going to be the last one.
Not thank you, honey. But she gonna have an episode when she divorced him and get right there with his friend Meek Mill. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The color, trust me. The color today, honey, is Xanadu. On the high end, you say Xanadu, and on the low end, you say beautiful grayish green. That's your color for today. Brad, now what is Meg the Stallion doing?
That's wrong.
Meg the Stallion broke her silence on Instagram Live yesterday, y'all. I'm gonna tell you all about it in the hot spot. Coming up next, it's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
What's up? Get it up! Get out of bed!
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot
and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing. Well, y'all, Meg Thee Stallion broke her silence on Instagram Live yesterday to set the record straight about the shooting involving Tory Lanez earlier this month in the Hollywood Hills. Through tears, y'all, she said, I was shot in both of my feet, and I had to get surgery to get the bullets taken out. And it was super scary. It was super scary. It was just the worst experience of my life, and it's not funny. She said, I see a lot of people painting fake narratives and making up stories and all this other whack stuff. But I also see a lot of people that have been like very supportive, and I just really appreciate that. And then she spoke about the blogs and the critics saying it was nothing for y'all to start going and making up fake stories about it. She said, I didn't put my hands on nobody. I didn't deserve to get shot. I didn't do nothing. She said, and thank God that the bullets didn't touch my bones. They didn't break my tendons. I know my mama, my daddy, my granny, they all had to be looking out for me with that one, because where the bullets hit, it missed everything. She said, but they were in there. She also revealed that she wasn't protecting anybody, but she just wasn't ready to speak at the time. So she said, forget all y'all fake blogs and forget all y'all fake sources and forget all my fake friends. She said she reflected on the loss of her parents, saying, my mama was my best friend and I'm still really not over that. So you got to fill your space with a bunch of people that you think is making you happy. She said, like it's a lot. She said, I was moving too fast. I wasn't taking enough time for myself. I thought I was ready to be around a bunch of people, and I thought I was ready to give good energy to other people, but they were not ready to give good energy to me. Woo, what y'all think about that? That is deep.
Wow. You know what? She said something when she said, I was moving too fast. I think a lot of time in relationships, when you really start dating somebody and you like them, you don't sit back and take an opportunity to really see what's going on. You know what I mean? Yeah. And her honesty about that was super dope, because we all make that mistake.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but especially if she's dating a hard rapper like the one allegedly like she was dating Tory
Lanez.
Hard,
105 pounds.
Yeah. But it's just a sad thing, though. But honey, I'm just waiting for Beyonce to say nothing. Beyonce haven't said nothing yet. I guess Beyonce.
Okay, but I don't know if she got nothing to do with it. But
it's not. No. It's not that I think she got nothing to do with it. But Jay-Z is her. She's under Jay-Z's thing, honey. A lot of people ain't had nothing to do with it, but we talking about it.
Oh, you mean because Meg and relationship?
But I was gonna give you the flip side of that. What she was saying, I get what she's saying, but at the same time, when something like that happened and you're a major star and you don't say nothing about what actually happened from the get, then you're leaving it up to the public to come up with all this stuff.
You
got to clear that up from the street.
We need to know everybody's business. That's what kills
me. But don't tell us nothing then.
But when you're a celebrity, your business will be out there regardless.
She didn't say.
All right, y'all, we got to wrap up this hot spot. Y'all, I hate to cut y'all off, but to get caught up on those stories and more, you go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Coming up next, we got Special K with the news you absolutely, positively cannot use. And in the meantime, in between time, hit us up for them wake-up calls. That's 1-866-9-RICKEY, 1-866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning.
It's Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Unetta Spring.
Rickey Smiley Molly Morning Show, Talk It Out Tuesday. That means our phenomenal welcoming of licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring back to the show. Good morning, Yanetta, who sometimes may drive a Jetta.
Please don't.
Yanetta, you there?
I'm here. Good morning.
Don't do the rhyming thing. Hey, girl.
That was brilliant, Rob.
Hey,
It's all good.
Yanetta.
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you hold that down, Brad.
Please forgive us for that, Yanetta.
It's okay.
All right, y'all. It's
So
Talk
this
It Out
morning-
Tuesday. You got it.
This morning we wanted to have a mock therapy session with our very own Gary.
Oh.
So, Yanetta, can you share what to expect during your first therapy session with Gary with the T?
Well, first of all, is Gary okay with having a therapy session?
Yes, honey, I'm in therapy now. With y'all.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning that, right? Because that's important, right? This is definitely not what a true traditional therapy session would look like, right? Because a traditional session, confidentiality is the foundation. And
Absolutely.
this is in no way, shape, or form confidential because we're on a nationally syndicated radio show.
Right.
But
We know all his business anyway, so it don't matter.
Right.
so Gary is giving us full consent to have this mock therapy session this morning. And you're free, Gary, to talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. I feel like mainly what happens oftentimes is people avoid therapy because they don't know what to expect. And they put a lot of weight and pressure and, there's a lot of confusion around it. So I think just understanding like what you would expect in a typical first session could be helpful to help people know that it's not that big of a deal, right?
Exactly.
So how would it start? Would you ask Gary, like, what's wrong? Like, how would a session typically start?
Yeah, so a session starts with consent, right? There's paperwork that has to be filled out. Just you giving you a brief, rundown of how things are going to go and you giving your consent to be able to, share information with your therapist. That's explained when you come to the therapy session. So that little bit of what I said, that this is not confidential, your therapist would tell you that it is confidential. And then they will also tell you what things we can't keep confidential. And that is if you are saying you're going to harm yourself, or if you're reporting the abuse of a child, or you're, stating that a child is in danger or being harmed, or if you're saying you want to harm somebody else, right? So those are things that we're not allowed to keep confidential, right? Because safety comes before confidentiality.
Okay, so Gary, what you want to talk about?
Well, no, I want to be prompted. So if you're the therapist, prompt me, and then we'll go.
Yeah. So, Gary, what brings you in today?
Well, I don't know. I haven't been able to sleep at night. I've been having a lot of racing thoughts. I've been staying up late at night, and I was wondering, what was that about? Because the other day at school, which I'm gonna tell you what happened to me initially at school, it was like I just went. It's not berserk, so to speak, but I was like craving just sweets or whatever. I never forget. I went to the cafeteria and I was craving some sweets, so I was just trying to, eat all the cinnamon rolls in the damn cafeteria. So eventually they called my dad and had my dad come to pick me up from school. My dad was wondering, he asked me, was I on drugs or anything like that? Because, I had never done nothing like that before. So they took me to the doctor. And it's funny though, because one people got to realize bipolar could be diagnosed with like anything because they thought I had hypoglycemia. That's what the doctor initially said because, I guess from the way I was acting and the blood sugar and all, they thought, that's what was going on and blah, blah, blah. So nevertheless, my dad asked me was I on drugs and whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm not on drugs. So, but they diagnosed hypoglycemia. So it went from hypoglycemia to my mama getting up in the morning, making me breakfast every morning before I went to school and what have you and stuff. And it faded away, And then about maybe less than a year later, I had moved to Houston and I had another episode, where my friends found me wrapped up in a blanket in the corner, because they hadn't heard from me in a couple of days, and they found me wrapped up in a blanket. So initially, they brought me to the hospital. And when I woke up in the hospital, I was on the psych floor.
How old were you when that happened?
I was like 20. And then
20 when that happened.
Yeah, and then so I stayed in the hospital like for about a week or so, and then my parents came, got me out, and I went. The doctor, told them some things, honey, and and that's when he was diagnosed as bipolar. So I did that for a while, and I went good for a while, and then I moved to Dallas, and it happened again.
Wow. Okay.
But nevertheless,
for you.
Pardon?
Has been going on for a while. I said, it sounds like this journey it's been a lot of up and downs. It's been going on for a while.
It's
when
been
you
on for
were
a while.
younger, with the eating, and now, all the way up until now, it sounds like now you're having racing thoughts and having a hard time sleeping.
Yeah, well, now I'm not really, I just have stuff. But right now, it's amazing that I can control it because I've been through it so long. Because, initially when when they gave me the different medicines, I was on Cogentin, Escalate, and Narvane. I was walking down the street like a zombie.
Wow.
And my neighbors told my parents, y'all need to take him to another hospital. So they took me to another hospital. At least I took myself. I went to MHMR, mental health, mental retardation. And I went there and I, told the doctor, nevertheless, they changed the medicine. They put me on lithium. And I've been on lithium now for like 30 years.
Wow. Okay. So listen, y'all, this is good. Thank you, Gary, for sharing that with us.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Gary.
Right? That's huge, and I think it'll reach a lot of people who are confused about what's going on. The first time you go to the doctor, they may not be able to tell you exactly, what's happening right in that moment, and it may take a while for them to figure out exactly what's going on with you. Now we know a little bit more than we probably did back then, 20 years ago or so. So now we're more aware of what's happening. But that's just, our segment is probably almost up, so that's just like a brief, history that we got from Gary, right? A session is, your first session may be almost up to an hour, and the following sessions may be, it may take several sessions for us to kind of get to know and understand exactly what's going on, right? So I think one of the first things to be aware of is that therapy is it's like a conversation, but it's not a conversation. As Gary was talking, there are certain things that I'm listening for while he's talking. And if we had more time, I would be able to ask those questions just to get a clear depiction of exactly what he's dealing with and how I can help him.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is therapy is so important. And that's one of the things that, we try to do on the show, is try to get people to get the help that they need and go to therapy and sit down and talk to somebody and have a conversation. And, because the brain is just like a muscle, and I just totally believe in it or whatever, so that's why I get kind of like, okay, don't send me a Bible scripture, send me a therapy, because God created therapists, So yeah, it's always good to pray for somebody and pray with people and give them Bible scripture. But man, let people sit down and heal the right way and get therapy.
Right.
Because we just trained to just deal with it, and Jesus will fix it. He'll work it out, and He will. But He created therapy. Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Yeah, you can find me at Springforth Counseling on Facebook and Instagram, and you can text SPRING to 55444 to subscribe to my mailing list.
All right, there it is. Hey, one time for Counselor Yanetta Springs. Hey, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You liar! I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All the time, baby. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 12 minutes before the top of the hour. Special K got news you absolutely, positively cannot use, man. Y'all give it up for the greatness of Special K. What up, K?
Well, I think I would agree that greatness may be a bit of a stretch, but, I do what I can. So hide your kids, hide your wife, because I'm about to talk about yet another reason why I wake up every morning and thank the good Lord that I was born a human and not an animal. Yeah, we're about to talk about animal sex.
Oh, man.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but hey, man, my staff works long and hard to put this information out there to the world, because people just need to know that being a human is where it's at, because in the animal kingdom, sex and mating can often be a very strange and disturbing situation.
What
example,
research did you find?
Well, I put my staff to work on this, and this is what they came up with. Did you know? And this is some news you actually can use. Did you know that in the springtime, a young queen bee that's looking to be impregnated flies through a group of male bees that are called drones? Now, here's how the mating works. The male's genitals, once they're, how shall we say, connected, that push the baby juice out, right? The genitals explode, literally. Ooh. And he only mates once. Let me just put it that way.
In his whole life?
Yep. Well, this is pretty much it. The genitals explode, and the severed Johnson remains inside the queen, which acts as a plug to keep other males from, trying to. So that ain't really nothing to look forward to if I'm a bee. If I'm a bee, I think that's why bees sting people, because I would be mad all the time too if I knew that.
Now I understand why Queen Bee is Queen Bee.
Exactly, she the queen.
I get it.
Now look, lionesses, a female lion. Did you know that they have relations 20 to 40 times a day when they're in heat? And if the male that she's with can't keep up with her, she demands to mate by doing what? Biting his cojones.
Come on, man.
Yeah. She demands to mate by. See, some of y'all think y'all woman is aggressive.
So
I guarantee you, ain't no sisters out there doing that. I can guarantee you that.
So the male lion can't say no. Don't have no right to say no.
He can, but he ain't gonna say no too many times. Now, did you know that pregnant mares? We was talking about horses earlier. Did you know that pregnant mares will let a stallion breed anyway?
Huh?
Yeah, if a female horse is pregnant, she'll let another horse go ahead and rebreed. I don't know if she gets pregnant again, but she
has sex while she's pregnant.
Yeah, with other strange horses.
Yeah, that's
unless you was raised right. Now look, how about this one? Snails are hermaphrodites. They have both male and female organs. Now this can be a good thing. So rather than competing with each other to decide who gets to be the male, both snails are impregnated after a session.
That's fair.
Yeah, nobody ends up in child support court. Nobody ends up in child support. Everybody pregnant. How about that? We walk away from this.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Okay, I can't. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, 11 minutes after the hour, Gary has a tea. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Nick Cannon. When are we going to ever hear the end of poor Nick Cannon, y'all? Now, Nick Cannon, y'all, he's continuing to apologize, y'all, to the Jewish community for making anti-Semitic remarks, y'all, on his Cannon Class podcast with Professor Giroff. Well, y'all, now Nick is back up again for apologizing. Now he's going to give some cold, hard cash for apologizing. According to reports, y'all, they're saying, y'all, that Nick did a sit-down with Rabbi Abraham Cooper, y'all, and they say he visited the Wiesenthal Center Museum of Tolerance, and he promised, y'all, to donate millions of dollars, y'all, from his paycheck, y'all, for the season, for the first season, y'all, of season 4 of The Masked Singer, y'all, to the Holocaust Museum, y'all. Yep, they're saying, y'all, that Nick said, you know what, he was fired, honey, from BET, MTV, VH1 parent company, Viacom, CBS, but Fox said, we keeping you, Nick. So he said, you know what, since y'all keeping me, and I'm going to continue hosting The Masked Singer, I'm going to go ahead and give all my money to the Holocaust Center. Isn't that great?
Okay.
I just want to know one thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
When somebody gonna apologize to black folks?
Thank you. Hail him.
Okay.
I was about to say the same thing. Are they gonna give money to Black Lives Matter in this present civil rights movement? Is anybody like for real?
Is somebody gonna apologize to Breonna Taylor's family?
But it's amazing though. Right. What is it that you gonna fit to give these people your doggone money and stuff? And I'm sure you done said something about black folks. And thank you. And all and you apologize and you better give them a doggone check, honey, and stuff. I mean, give that money to the NAACP.
He probably just don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? He mean well, you know, didn't mean no harm, don't know what to do. Kind of feeling like, okay, let me start right here with making a donation here or whatever. But man, I'm not mad at him. I'm just mad at systemic racism.
Yes.
Right. Black people are the only ones that's supposed to just get over everything. We supposed to just let everything just Be bygones. Oh, that was in the past. Don't worry about that.
Right.
But everybody else got to be made whole, but not black folks. Come on.
Yeah.
And Nick Cannon can't win for losing. If he doesn't do anything, then it's not responsible. If he does do something, then we got something to say about it.
I don't know. It's just. Oh my God. It's just a lie, though, honey. I'm sorry. I just don't understand it. You're gonna give your whole check to these people and stuff. You already apologize. Hell, when they apologize and other people apologize, they apologize and it's done. So now you gotta apologize and give a check, honey. I'm like, okay.
And keep apologizing.
Yes.
He already apologized. What more he supposed to do?
Yep. So we're just gonna keep him lifted in prayer, honey, and hopefully he just go ahead and work for free and just give him all his checks and stuff, honey, and and everything be okay. But that's what it looked like. I mean, have you heard from him, Brad? You heard from him?
I have.
What are you gonna do?
For me to know and you to find out.
Oh, that's so nice. Ooh. All right, that's great. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, honey, Harlem rapper baby Miss Azalea Banks, baby, she stunned her fans. She admitted, y'all, I had an affair, honey, with a married comedian, honey, Dave Chappelle. Now they're saying she's threatening y'all to reveal her tech world hookups, and they say this girl about to do her book, honey. She said she about to put a book out and let the world know that she gonna do shit. Because I really, honey, should pull a superhead and spill all the tea on these Hollywood tech magnets. The book will probably make millions of dollars, y'all, maybe it will.
Do that?
Where is her music?
Why do that?
I mean, because we need to know this. I mean, she need to let us know. I mean, if she not getting donations from no people helping her out, honey.
Oh my goodness,
girl, go ahead and put a book out. You don't think?
No, not telling everybody's personal business. Everybody's personal business is personal. It's for them to tell. Like you were probably, let in and with the elite crew. Like you don't do that. You just don't do that. It breaks the code. For everything. You just don't do that. I don't know why she's doing it. Where's her music? Like
Thank you.
Saying,
that's what I'm saying. Where's the music?
Well, she's gonna probably have a song with the book. When the book come out, she's gonna have a song, telling about each person. And stuff. I mean, okay, y'all men on the show, do y'all feel that way? Don't y'all think people should know these things, or y'all feel it should stay secret?
It ain't nobody business. Nobody should know everything.
Well, social media says we need to know it.
Like, I don't even think she should have mentioned the Dave Chappelle stuff. Like, girl,
he's married.
We've all had run-ins with people.
Nothing worse than people who
kiss and tell,
nothing worse.
Like it's like, let's do something else. I know she could do
and because they don't have anything to lose. Dave Chappelle got a lot to lose. You can't just go and whistle blow like that. It's so
Dave Chappelle got a wife of European descent. She ain't leaving, honey. She gonna
stay
right
there.
She's
not European. She's Asian.
Well, she ain't black. So anyway, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today is Xanadu. On the high end, you say Xanadu, and on the low end, you say beautiful gray green. That's your color for.
Don't do that, Gary. She what? What's her nationality?
I don't know. She ain't black.
What you say? She's a woman of color.
Oh, black man.
She ain't white.
There y'all go. All right, y'all. I got your wake up call. Get at me 866-9 Ricky 866-9 RICKEY Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, 24 minutes after the hour, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Time for the wake up calls. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause they woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so we be better. Wake up, encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
My name is Marlins Goldsby, Cincinnati, Ohio. I want to wake up all my family and my sister, especially Annie Hall. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
My name is Ruby Matthews, and I'm from Lauderdale Lake, Florida, and I would like to wake up Kathy Jackson and my daughter, Nakendra Tillman. Wake up, y'all. Wake up, wake up.
Hey, good morning. This is Vincent from Altamont Springs, telling Ricky to wake up and start that church. I'm going to be his first member.
This is Sophia Holiness Young calling out of Tyler. I want to give a wake-up call to my kids, to my husband, One Young, to the Brad, to all the Rickey Smiley Morning Shows. Little Tony, wake up so you won't be late this morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Little Tony. Hey.
Wake up. Chattanooga, wake up. And Shreveport, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. When you at Jackson, wake up. Savannah, wake up. At Charleston, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, thank you, Brett.
You're welcome, Ricky.
All right, 25 after the hour, y'all. We got Church in 60 Seconds with Pastor Fred coming up next, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Y'all give it up. We got Church in 60 Seconds with the one and only Pastor Fred.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Saints and ain'ts.
Yeah.
Those that can and those that can't.
Amen.
In this pandemic, we're trying to get back to some normalcy. We see that baseball has gotten back into the swing of things. But you know, there's a 3-strike rule in baseball, but I'm so glad that life is not made of a 3-strike rule. I'm just so glad that God gives us another chance. I know every now and then, Brother Rick, life will throw a fastball at you.
Yes.
It will.
Didn't see it coming, and the fastball will cause you to strike out. Sometimes the curveball will come. You knew it was coming, but it came a different way.
Oh, yes.
But I came by to encourage somebody.
Come on.
To tell somebody you got to keep on swinging.
Yeah.
I don't care how life throws the ball at you.
Okay.
You got to keep on swinging.
Yes.
You might get 1 strike, 2 strikes, 3 strikes, 4, 5, and 6. But you keep on swinging. You keep on swinging. You got to keep on swinging. Follow me to real Pastor Fred. I'm going down to the batter's box.
You send me swinging. Oh, you send me swinging.
Man, that sermon was in mid condition. Great sermon. Y'all, one time for Pastor Fred. Whatever. Y'all lying on the ones and twos. Blake Tony.
Hey, cuz. Hey, Shay.
Hey, how many followers? Yeah.
It's on the, what's her name? Evil. Yeah.
Hey, you coming to work today?
I mean, I'm kind of like, look, we'll talk about that in a minute, Shot. I need to take care of something real quick. Hey, Roger, you probably buy his wife stuff. You be buying your wife stuff, don't you? Like clothes and stuff like that, little outfits and all that. Okay, Shawty, look. So it's the outfit called. All the girls be wearing the outfit called pink, right?
Yeah,
it'd be like warm up suits and all that kind of stuff. It say pink on the. All right, I got to buy this for my. I be dealing with me Betty. You know what I'm saying?
The older chick.
Like, yeah, she kind of like want to be my girl and stuff like that.
Your side cougar.
Nah, she want to be my main girl, so like, you know what I'm saying? She just gave me some more money to get my transmission fit. She gave me $1,500, so you know, I got kind of her birthday coming up on Monday.
What kind of car she drive? What kind of car Miss Betty drive?
She drive a old 98, Oldsmobile 98.
Oh, okay.
That'd be long. Yeah. No, she ain't got the LeSabre no more. She had read that, but then she got that Oldsmobile 98. Look, Rick, this ain't what I'm talking about. I'm trying to order some of that pink clothes off Amazon. Hey, Rob, what side them thing go up to? Ask your wife, ask you somebody, what side them thing go up to? Them one more suit we got pink on it. What side they go up to? What the biggest side they go up to?
I'm not sure the exact size, but they more for smaller to medium size.
Nah, she said she wear like a 2024. They go up to that side. I don't know what side that is, but she can't wear it. She can't try it on at the store. Cause we go to the mall. She keep having to sit down because she got gout on one of her feet. And every time we walk, she got walk, sit down, walk, sit down, walk, sit down. It take her forever to be in the mall store. I'm just trying to order something off Amazon, though. Hey, Rick.
I hate to tell you, Tony.
You gotta have a credit card to order something off Amazon.
No, bro. No, my credit. I got an ATM card. I only get to use like $300 on it. $300 limit.
I'm talking about. But so when you go to Amazon and you order what you order, you can order pink stuff off of it.
You talking about Amazon?
Amazon, man. He keeps saying amazing.
Hey, amazing. I'm looking at it right now. It's amazing.
Did you say amazing?
Hold it. woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is 6 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. More on the Tamar Braxton and her reality show, y'all. More and more is coming out, y'all, and it's kind of interesting, y'all. Now they're saying, y'all, that Tamar's boyfriend was very controlling, and then they said he also wanted the new reality show, y'all, to be about him. Now they're saying, when Tamar's boyfriend, he made and released a clip, y'all, where they said he was heard screaming, hollering at Tamar and saying little things, honey, about it, no way, and she's doing this and doing that and what have you and stuff. And they said that, they were starting to wonder the motives of David's, why he was doing these things. They said because at first he said, "Oh no, I don't want to be on the show, honey. I just want to be behind the scenes, honey. I don't want to be on camera." He said, "I don't want to do none of that stuff." They said, but then when the camera started rolling, honey, they like, he started being all in front of the camera, honey. They said he wanted to be on all the scenes and stuff, y'all. And they were saying that he almost like allegedly wanted it to be the David and Tamar show, y'all. Now they're saying, y'all, that's what one of the reasons why Tamar was stressed out. They say because when he was not on the set, hell, he was calling Tamar. And they're saying, y'all, that she was getting stressed out about it and stuff. And this is one of the reasons why some of these things had happened. But you know what? What's his name? Daughter said, this Lil Wayne daughter said once that she said that she was not going to ever date a guy again. And when she do date another guy, she was not going to put him on TV, on the radio, on nothing. Because, when you start doing stuff like that, you start giving these guys privilege. And then they start thinking that they're the star and stuff. Do that happen with y'all? I mean, do y'all bring y'all mates and friends around and then they decide they want to be the star? Or be on the show?
It can happen. It can happen in any profession, in any type of friend. Yes, it can happen. They see your life and they be like, "Ooh, I want that," and they almost try to be you. It does. And
they ain't wrote not one rap lyric or one joke.
And feel entitled to what you got.
But then when you're on a reality show, people feel like, since you put yourself out there, they want to see your relationships. The hard part is protecting, like, your husband and protecting your kids from what the world can do. So though, you want to shield them, the world wants to know what's going on. And if you have kids or if you have a new man, they want to know about him.
Yeah, well, honey, they ain't going to know about him on my behalf, honey. So moving on, child. In other celebrity news, y'all, Offset's baby mama, honey, her name is Miss Shayla Lamar. She filed evidence, y'all, requesting her one-time lover that illustrated how he lived. She said she want to know all how he lived from 2015. She's saying, y'all, that she want to know his income, his employers, any interest he has in businesses, and how much the companies make, according to reports, y'all. Now, they're saying, y'all, that she wants Offset to detail every asset he owns that's worth more than $1,000, as well as information on the homes he's leased or purchased and who lives there. She wants copies of his tax returns, social media information, and receipts that show how much he's paid to support their daughter over the years, y'all. Now, a lot of people saying she's doing it because her baby Culture is getting everything and saying her baby probably ain't getting much, so she needs him to, shell up some money and stuff or whatever and give her baby some money as well. So is the judge gonna give her everything? I mean, no, every penny that he spent. Is that possible? Can somebody do that? Can you get that?
Yeah, man. These young guys need guidance, man. They need guidance. If you got a net worth over $200, don't get nobody pregnant. How about that?
Oh my God. Baby. Wow. Miss Shayla say, honey, she needs her coins, honey, and her baby needs to have her baby, because if Coach gonna be walking around with those Hermes bags, honey, Birkin bags, honey, her baby need one too. And I mean, that's more than right, because they go to different schools. And somebody said, "Girl, that's your sister over there, honey." Culture, girl, she had a cute person.
Cardi could have bought her child that Birkin bag. Maybe he didn't pay for it.
Yeah, but they won't be popular. But the one that had the Paw Patrol person be popular.
The color today, it's my favorite color. My color today is Xanadu. On the high end, you say Xanadu.
I give you the Louis Vuitton bag for that Peppa Pig backpack.
Okay.
Paw Patrol.
Am I lying, though, Gary?
No, you're not lying, because it's always the one that's not the most popular. Because we like the things that's not popular, but people think we like the things that are popular. But you always want the things that's not, and that's what's gonna happen. The Paw Patrol girl gonna be the T baby when you carry that Hermes girl, because nobody know what an Hermes bag is, but we know what a Peppa Pig bag is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, and especially the girls of African descent. But anyway, go ahead, Ricky.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
It's the front page news.
It's what's trending now.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, back to school advice and trying to keep students safe. And ladies and gentlemen, there is a big debate going around the country right now, bigger than wearing masks, and it involves our children. And we are ready to send kids back to school. And if we do, how do we keep them safe? So joining us back on the show this morning, we have pediatrician Dr. Tiffany Billingsley. Good morning, Dr. Billingsley. How you doing?
Good morning. I am doing well. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, glad to have you back. And if anybody have any questions and want to talk to Dr. B, y'all hit us up. Dr. Billingsley, 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. Let's talk about this for a second. So kids are getting ready to go to back to school. The government is practically requiring kids to go back to school, or they're going to cut funding or whatever. But is it safe for kids to be in school during this whole COVID-19, pandemic?
So this is probably the most popular question I'm receiving with my families right now. To start, let me just say there is no right or wrong answer when you are deciding what is best for your child. So that is one of the main things that I'm encouraging with my families. That said, the American Academy of Pediatrics does recommend children return to school in the classroom. Kids thrive socially, developmentally, educationally, when they are amongst their peers and teachers. However, they're also recommending that children should only return when the safety of children, teachers, and staff can be maximized based on local public health guidelines in the area. The other thing, though, is that if schools are not able to provide the recommended precautions to ensure the protection of children, teachers, and staff from becoming infected, then virtual learning is something that should be considered. So I'm advising my parents to learn more about the public health guidelines in the area, which should take into account the numbers of people who have the disease in an area. So as we talk about the numbers going up, it takes that into account. Also visiting the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to get the most updated recommendations for school safety as it pertains to COVID-19, and then checking with the school that your child is to attend to see how well they're looking to implement a lot of those recommendations. And then lastly, I just advise families to focus on what they can control. Again, there is no right or wrong answer when you're trying to decide what is best for your child.
All right, y'all, if you want to talk to Dr. Billingsley, let's do it on the other side. I got to go to break. 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. Call now, and Eva will come out with your question, and then we'll take your phone calls. 866-9-RICKY, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news.
It's what's trending now.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, we got pediatrician Dr. Tiffany Billingsley on the phone with us this morning, talking about, we're talking about sending the kids. Is it safe to send the kids back to school? This coronavirus going on. Eva, you had a question.
Yeah, well, I have a question, and I think a lot of the parents have the same question that I have. So what if we do decide to send our children back to either daycare or school? What are some of the things that we should consider first? And are there different recommendations for younger kids? Because I have 2 kids that are under 5. So how does that work?
So one of the first things that I talk about is the social distancing. That, of course, is something that daycares and schools are going to need to focus on. Distancing of the 6 feet is still going to be the goal. When we're not around those that are in our household, that really needs to be what we're focused on. Now, of course, this is going to be more difficult for our smaller children, but even the small things like small groups of children and not mixing classes can at least ensure distancing from larger groups of children. The fewer the number of people that we come in contact with, the better the chance that we're going to minimize the spread of this illness. Additionally, making sure that there are options for kids to frequently wash their hands or use hand sanitizing stations need to be available. Making sure that we're cleaning touch surfaces frequently throughout the day, and toys, of course, for then our smaller kids. Also having a system for screening all of those that are entering the school and providing temperature checks. I also say that, there really needs to be a system in place for sending children home and or staff if they become ill at school. That has to be considered. But the most important thing is really going to be the use of these face masks for all children 2 and up. That's going to be one of the keys to how we help minimize the spread of this illness. Now, I know so many are going to argue that keeping a mask on a 2-year-old or a 5-year-old for the entire day is just not likely going to happen. And I agree. But our older children can definitely ensure a mask is worn for the entire day. For our younger
Can I get
children,
in a quick question?
Sure.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. We keep hearing a lot about the Kawasaki disease infecting younger children now. What is that, and what are the symptoms of that?
Good question. So Kawasaki disease specifically is an illness that causes inflammation in blood vessels throughout the body. Now, the condition we are seeing in children and that you're hearing a lot about in the news is actually called multisystem inflammatory syndrome in children. It is actually different from Kawasaki disease, but does have similar symptoms. What it is, as defined by the CDC, is characterized by a positive COVID-19 test, a recent illness with COVID-19, or exposure to COVID-19 in the 4 weeks prior to having symptoms. It's seen in people under the age of 21. They have fever of at least 100.4 or subjective fever that lasts for at least 24 hours. They have labs that show inflammation. These kids are really sick and require hospitalization. And they also have 2 or more organs that are affected, like that of the heart and brain or the brain and stomach. And there's no other likely diagnosis. This is still a rare disease, though you've heard several reports about it. The main thing to remember is if your child is seeming to be getting really sick, not acting like themselves, persistently vomiting, have an ongoing fever, this doesn't seem well, call your doctor and they will advise you as to the best next step.
Aren't you on the, let's go to the phones. You're on with Dr. Dr. Billingsley. Good morning.
Yes, ma'am. My question was, with the current administration in the White House saying that the children are more resilient to the coronavirus, it's got less effects, what kind of studies have been done to further prove that, since we want to jump to open up schools? And then also, what are some of those long-term effects? I know we just saw one of the first cases of child mortality here in South Carolina, and it is a huge concern with our area being a large tourist area. So that was the main question I had for her.
Great question. So this is the thing. We are still looking at what this looks like in children. Yes, the majority of children that we have diagnosed to have COVID-19, many of them, it has been a mild illness. Having said that, we also have kids that are being taken care of in the hospital. And as you all know, in March, when everything really started, we closed up our schools immediately. So a lot of this is, we're still needing to look at it to see exactly, once kids are around each other, what will that look like? And honestly, the evidence is just not there yet for us to know, or should I say the research, for us to know exactly what it's going to look like long term with our kids. Again, for the most part, we are seeing mild illness in them, and kids are not getting severely ill, and we're not seeing major complications as it relates to our children. Those tend to be more rare. However, we're not just exposing them to many individuals. And so for that reason, we just cannot say yet exactly what this looks like long term in our kids.
All right, you're on with Dr. Billingsley. Good morning.
So what about reinfection? What about these kids being reinfected?
Great question. So we can't yet say that people, children or adults, cannot be reinfected. I'm sure everybody's hearing about even the antibody testing, and possibly you've heard stories of people who've had the illness, had antibodies testing done, that came back positive, and then later they no longer had the antibodies. So we are not yet able to say that people cannot get the illness a second time, and likewise then with children, we're not able to say that either.
All right, you're on with Dr. Billingsley. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Dr. Billingsley. Do you have younger kids? I know you said what the American Societies recommend, but I just wanted to hear someone say, are you sending your kids to school? Personally, what would you do?
So great question. I personally do not have any little ones. I do have, obviously family and friends with little children. I have godchildren. I have godchildren as well. Okay, now you're distracting me.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was just playing. I'm sorry.
But I do have my godkids, and I have all of my patients in my practice I consider to be my babies. So to that end, what I am doing is really trying to make sure that my families are best equipped with making the decisions that they need to make for their families. The reality is when you're needing to go to work and put food on your child's table and put a roof over their head, daycare may need to be your option. You may not have another option because that's what you've got to do to make sure you're taking care of your family. So if that's your reality, then we need to function in that reality and now try to figure out, well, what's the best daycare that you could send your child to make sure that they're actually taking the precautions that are necessary.
The one and only Dr. Tiffany Billingsley, thank you so much. And if you want people to follow you or if they have any questions, where can they find you?
So my practice is Premier Pediatric Associates. We're actually located in Smyrna, Georgia. You can actually visit us at www.ppa4kids.com. So that's www.ppa4kids.com. You can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at PPA for Kids.
All right, y'all. Yeah, me and Grayson, we'll be up there at 1:30. All right, Grayson got it. Grayson's leg broke, his arm, his finger. You need a haircut. Got coronavirus, everything. We'll be up there. Me and Grayson, we'll be up there at 1:30. Hey, y'all give it. Show your love. Show your love right now. Dr. Tiffany Billingsley, you gonna come back? You gonna come back on the show? You got to come back.
Absolutely.
Shoot your shot.
Thank you guys for having me.
Well, I'm talking. You hear me, Eva? You hear me?
I am not mad at you, big bro.
Eva, well, yeah, Dr. Tiffany Billingsley. More Rickey Smiley the Morning Show coming up. All right, Rickey Smiley the Morning Show. Hey, Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Good morning, Jeff.
My dear brother, my good friend, what's happening?
Man, bless, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm good, brother. I celebrated my wife's birthday this weekend, and it was a just profound success. So when she's happy, I'm happy.
I know that's right. Tell the First Lady from the Rickey Smiley Morning Show that we all say happy birthday and hope she see many, many more.
I will, brother. Now, listen, man. We, you know who Tom Cotton is, right? And you hear about this dude's lunacy.
The senator from Arkansas?
The senator from Arkansas. Well, you know what? Some of these folks, man, are just so dumb. I don't even know if they're smart enough to be racist. They just dumb as hell. And like Tom Cotton is one of them. Like this idiot is been talking about slavery was a necessary evil, and his goal is to stop schools from teaching the 1619 Project. So for those of you that don't know the 1619 Project, the 1619 Project was created by a brilliant Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist by the name of Nicole Hannah-Jones, and she really is pushing this entire education process that speaks about 1619 as this space where African people were first brought to the United States. And they want to put it in schools. And so the challenge that this idiot is engaged in is literally talking about, and I have to quote him because I just don't want to get it wrong. He said, we have to study the history of slavery and its role and impact on the development of our country, because otherwise we can't understand our country. As the founding fathers said, it was the necessary evil upon which the Union was built, but the Union was built in a way, as Lincoln said, to put slavery on the course to its ultimate extinction. What are you talking about?
Wow.
And what's more important, Rick, is the fact that the 1619 Project is literally trying to ensure that for the first time in our history, we do an accurate analysis of history of slavery and what it did in this country and what it has meant to this country. And listen, we all know that the country was able to become what it was as a result of slavery with the speed that it was. But listen, I just think that we gotta fight with everything we can. And this is part of the reason why we vote, right, Rick? Because idiots like Tom Cotton should not be in elected office because they're not operating in the best interest of any people. I'm not even talking about black people. If you want to intentionally miseducate people, you don't care about them. So that includes some of these other white folks, racist or not, who are more interested in miseducation and ignorance than they are in real education and empowerment. So for those of you that don't know the 1619 Project, please plug into it. For my brothers and sisters in Arkansas, I am sorry, but you know what you're fighting, not just this election, but all the time. And I just got to say this before I get out of here, Rick. I think it's important to again and to continue to announce the fact that Sergeant Jonathan Mattingly, Brett Hankinson, and Miles Cosgrove should be in jail. And they should be in jail right now because they are the 3 murderers who killed Breonna Taylor. And we should not rest. This should not be a hashtag for us. This should not just be a meme for us. We should continue to make the calls and put pressure on the state of Kentucky to do their damn job, because these men should be in jail because they murdered Breonna Taylor. Hey,
Jeff, I'll push it forward. Everybody that played basketball or football for the University of Kentucky, University of Louisville, I wouldn't play the Louisville Cardinals. I wouldn't play a down of anything until justice is served for Breonna Taylor.
Hey, let's do one better. If you go to Ohio State, if you go to the University of Michigan, if you go to, doesn't matter what school you go to.
Come on now.
If we're not serious about putting pressure on and these brothers and sisters have so much power. So I agree with you, Rick. This is going to be a really interesting moment. And lastly, on that note, Rick, for those brothers and sisters, whether you are an athlete or whether you are an activist or you are just a citizen who is pushing these movements all over the country, please, brothers and sisters, pay attention to your mental health. You all are dealing with unbelievable levels of trauma and stress and anxiety, and whether it is just working out or whether it is meditation or whether it is therapy, we need you to be good, because you are so important to the history of not just our people, but this country. And so please, you all, do mental checks on folks you know. I don't care whether they're activists or not. Make sure folks are good and help direct them in the space to get some of the things they need. Rick, I'm out of time, brother. I appreciate y'all as always. Y'all can hit me at Jeff's Nation on all social media.
I appreciate it, Jeff, man. Thank you so much. This week's About the Morning Show.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get it.
Right there. That's the best part of that song.
Boy, that song gonna be in your head all day. And it goes a little something like this.
All right, this is the top of the hour, y'all. Songs that be in your head all day. Let's get it going. Hey, Brad.
Yeah.
Right here, y'all. Ooh. Oh. One of my all-time favorites, man. Y'all didn't know I was going to pull this Prince out right here. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Man, listen. Let me tell you something, man. That's a great, awesome, feel-good song, man. You let the top back. Going down, you know, whether you're on 635, whether you're on 95, whether you're on 85, 75, 59, 20, wherever you at, wherever you going, this is like the jam right here, man. I swear. What remind you of, Brett?
It remind me of the Take Me With You song. I don't really remember this song like that.
I remember
it. It remind me, I don't care where we go. I don't care what we do. That's what it remind me of. I don't care, pretty baby.
Right.
Because he wrote that too.
Yeah, this is a great song. It's just relaxing. It's chill.
Yes.
I got this in my little neo soul. I got this with foreign exchange and the internet, and I got it under that playlist right there. So that one to pop on. You know, a little bit of Sade.
It's a good boat song too. Good yacht.
It is.
Yeah, riding on the water, just grooving.
I'm talking about like
a sprinkler weather record too. If you don't even have a boat, you can just turn the sprinkler on in the backyard.
Okay.
Slip and slide.
Message. That's what it reminds me of.
If you don't have that slip and slide, you can go buy that long piece of plastic at Home Depot and put some soap suds and some water on that baby and slide on.
Tell them, Ricky. Take 5 trash bags.
That was the slip and slide I grew up with.
Okay.
3mm trash bag.
Crisco on that thing.
Hey,
dish soap.
Boy, when I tell you slide down, so you can make a long one too, boy.
I got a whooping for that, for using all the dish soap on the slip and slide.
I'm telling. Hey, Brad, what are you drinking in that song right there? That's like a feel good. What you drinking, Brad?
Oh, some cognac. You You know what I'm saying? Some nice brown cognac.
And not mixed with anything?
No, just straight. Might have a couple of little rocks. In there. Maybe 2 little pieces of ice. You don't want to disturb.
Eva, what you drinking to that? What you drinking with that, Eva?
That's a sexy wine cooler. That's like a Cynthia Bailey Peach Bellini wine cooler outside under the sun.
You ain't gonna feel nothing. That's orange juice.
What you drinking, Special K?
Zima.
Need a buzz.
He said
Zima. Oh, that's like crazy horse.
Gary, what you drinking?
Baby, I'm drinking some good Kool-Aid, honey, with some ice chai and just sitting and crying, honey. That's a cute song.
Gary, you never heard that?
I heard it, but I just saw the words to it. Now, you know, I look up the words, honey, when you announce the song. Oh, my God, it's such a pretty song.
It's a beautiful song. It gets you in your feelings a little bit?
Yes. I mean, it's just, if y'all look at the words, honey, I don't know if y'all seen the words, honey. It is just so cute. He said, money don't matter tonight. It sure didn't matter yesterday, honey. He said, just when you think you got more than enough, that's when it all up and flies away. He said, that's when you find out that you're better off making sure your soul's all right, because money didn't matter yesterday, and it sure, honey. Oh, my God.
He got you feeling some kind of way, though.
Yes. I mean, it is just beautiful.
Prince Dave on the morning show coming up.
Yes.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley morning show. Mr. Thomas, you need to do what you need to do, Mr. Thomas.
Yes, I know that's right, nephew. Rickey, I know that's right.
I know you like that song right there. You requested that song. Do what you need to do by the one and only Tony Braxton.
That's right. Do what you need to do. That speaks to my soul. Every day you wake up in the morning, you do what you need to do.
That's right. Mm-hmm. You got to do it. You got to do it, Mr. Thomas.
I know that's right, nephew. I know that's right.
Man, it's good to hear from you this morning, man. How's everything? How's your week been so far, Mr. Thomas?
Hey, man, it's good to hear you too. Hey, I can't call it. I might spoil it. You know, it's just good to wake up in the morning. You know, I went to sleep around. What time I went to sleep? At 5:30 in the morning, 5:30 in the evening, because this young girl said she's gonna come by, so I wanted to be rested. She said she's gonna put it on me. She said she's gonna make her mark. She said she's going to put a stamp on me. She said she's going to have me paying all her bills. That old sugar baby.
All right.
Yeah. There you go. But, hey, you only get to live once, Mr. Thomas.
YOLO. YOLO.
Got to stand up in it.
Yes, sir.
YOLO.
That's what we're going to play. We're going to do that on Blues Week. Special K. We're going to do a whole Blues Week song to stay in your head all day. We're going to open that song up with Stand Up In It. You ever heard that song, Mr. Thomas, Stand Up In It?
Hey, if you look it up in the dictionary, my picture right there. I've been standing up alone. I've been marching in it. I've been cha-cha sliding in it. I've been electric sliding in it. Boy, I've been stanky legging in it, boy.
You turned up this morning. Now, Mr. Thomas, you want to speak to all the people you try. Your mission in life is to keep people off of drugs. And what they getting high off now, Mr. Thomas, because you report to us what they getting high off, and you trying to keep people off drugs and keep people clean and sober.
That's right. I sure enough, because, you know, over the last week, these folks down, and, you know, they're down in Wabasso where Maestro Power live. They've been getting high off this new one called the Heavy Chevy. I asked what the Heavy Chevy is. They say every time you hit it, it's like a rock. Oh, like a rock. Like a rock. Oh, like a rock.
So we got to play your song, Mr. Thomas, because this song right here, these people got to get clean. Go on, drop it, man. There it is, Mr. Thomas.
There you go.
Hey.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's go.
You don't have to do drugs. You don't have to do drugs. Get by.
That's right, Mr. Thomas.
Make you do. Make you think.
Yeah.
Hey. Before you know it, you're dead. Can't you see for yourself what
Now, here come your boy. Here come your boy right here.
This is my part. Come on to Jesus.
Get no hernia. Don't get no hernia.
Put the clubs away. What you got to do? Get up. Get up off that cocaine and off in the crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back. Can't you see for yourself what drugs are doing? Like the rock. You don't have to do
Hey, Mr. Summers.
Yes, sir.
Why you love that part when that lady said, come on to Jesus? That's your part right there, ain't it, Mr. Summers?
Look here, because that's when you turn your life over to the Lord. You got to say it with your soul. Come on to Jesus. Rickey?
Yeah.
If I help anybody put that drug down, anybody, I done did my job.
You did your job, Mr. Thomas. That's right. Y'all give it up and show your love for the one and only Mr. Thomas. Come on, dude. Page coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Okay, I can't sing. Wait.
Right now on Macy's.com, you can donate to the Meals on Wheels COVID-19 Response Fund and help provide meals to seniors in need. It only takes $10 to deliver a meal, plus provide a check-in to keep seniors safe and secure at home. Support the Meals on Wheels COVID-19 Response Fund when you shop online now through August 31st. Macy's is proud to celebrate 22 years of supporting food banks across the country. Learn more at Macy's.com/Macy's Gives.
Cricket Wireless knows that dropping your phone can feel like dropping your best friend, while an orchestra plays in time to your pain.
My phone. Ah, jeez.
Did it break? Oh, don't be cracked.
Not again.
But when you switch to Cricket, you can get a free Nokia C2 Tava, because dropping your phone is a terrible symphony of emotions. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Ends September 17th. Must bring your number to Cricket on a $60 a month voice plan. First month service charge and tax due at sale. Fees, terms, other restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 27 minutes after the hour, y'all. Listen, front page is being brought to you by America's Best. That's right, your health is our priority, and America's Best contacts and eyeglasses stores are now open to safely serve your vision needs. It's not just a better deal, it's America's Best. All right, Eva got your front page. Good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. Here's a quick look at your front page news. So, although the number of reported COVID-19 cases are slowly dropping across the country, Florida alone is approaching 500,000 cases. Child COVID-19 hospitalizations in the state are also up. Now, a group of more than 5,000 healthcare professionals are pleading with the governor to issue a statewide mask rule. Also, former Republican presidential candidate Herman Cain has been hospitalized for more than 3 weeks with the coronavirus. Cain, age 74, went to the hospital shortly after President Trump's rally in Oklahoma. And he's at a more of a higher risk for a serious case of the virus because he is a cancer survivor. In other news, pharmaceutical company Moderna started its final stages of testing of the coronavirus vaccine yesterday. Some 30,000 volunteers across the country received it, and results are due back in November or December. Also, and I believe we have all been waiting on this, the Senate Republican finally introduced the new $1 trillion coronavirus aid package yesterday. So this is what it looked like. It includes another round of $1,200 stimulus payments to Americans, another round of Paycheck Protection Program extra unemployment benefits.
There you go.
So from $600 a week, it's going to go down to $200 a week. And last, KFC is just making all kind of news. Earlier, I told you about the new KFC scented Croc shoes that are on sale. Yes, what? Rickey, that was they made some shoes and they made it smell like chicken. KFC, to be exact. Well, now a woman is making news after she turned a KFC chicken box into a face mask. Can't make it up. Well, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the Rickey Smiley morningshow.com. Rock Teasy, Fosheezy, what's going down in sports?
Well, Major League Baseball season is 3 or 4 games into the season with no fans in the stands, of course, but the Miami Marlins had an outbreak of COVID-19. At least 13 players and coaches tested positive over the past few days. They had to postpone yesterday's game and today's game, of course, because of quarantine situation. The Philadelphia Eagles, shout out to them, man. They paid tribute to the late Kobe Bryant with a memorial wall at the practice facility. They had an image of his high school playing days in Philly, another image of him as a Laker, and another image of him as wearing a Philadelphia Eagle uniform, along with a list of Kobe's 10 rules of life. So that was pretty dope right there. Last but not least, man, if the NFL returns, if they have some sort of a season, many of the players' helmets will have the names to honor victims of social injustice like George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery. So
we didn't ask for any of that.
Yay.
Can somebody tell white people we didn't ask for any of this stuff? We asked for this. I'm just saying, I appreciate it, but that ain't what we asking for.
Right. So it is, man. I'm right there with you, man, but you got to start somewhere, and I hope that this is all
when they assassinated Dr. King, they put his name on streets all over the country and every okay.
But you know what, Rick? Those are the easy things to do. Those are the easy things to do. Right. Do the hard things. Do the things that really matter.
Right. How about kill voter suppression? Right? How about taking some of that money that y'all give to all of that big budget all these police departments have and demilitarize the police departments and build up the YWCA and the YMCA and stuff in the community for the kids.
Programs. Put some money into the schools.
Absolutely. Sit up here putting names on stuff and names on helmets and stuff. Yeah, you got the names on the helmets where you can still make money off of football. How about all the football players?
Hey, wait a minute. No, you said it right there. You said it right there.
But the names on the helmets and we Breonna Taylor and Alton Sterling and all this stuff on the helmet, but you still getting paid from the games and all that stuff. We ain't asked for any of that. What the hell is that? What the hell is names on helmets and names on jerseys and names on streets and basketball courts? What is it gonna do to fix systematic racism? Nothing. We didn't ask for none of that.
They don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with that. That's the hard stuff. They don't want to deal with that.
And we stupid if we fall for it. I'm sorry, Rock T.
You better talk about it.
It just make me mad. Voter suppression. Make sure that everybody have access to the polls where they can go and vote. Stop police brutality. Arrest the police officers that killed Breonna Taylor. Arrest the police officers that killed all these other unarmed people of color. Do that. We ain't ask for that other stuff. And I mean, it ain't doing nobody no favor.
Now let's go.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
But what we did ask for was the hot spot by the Brett 27 before the top of the hour.
Say her name. They're bringing it tagged.
Okay. What up, Brett?
How you doing, Ricky? How's everybody doing this morning?
Doing good. We doing good.
That's what's up. But we're going to get off into the hot spot, but we bring you music, movies, and more. So I got time for one quick little story since y'all talked up all my time. T.I.'s daughter, Deja Harris, took to social media with a cryptic message. She wrote, "Watch how you speak to your children. I don't care how old they are, they still deserve the same respect that you expect in return." She also added, "I still love you from a distance, not because I don't care about you, but more so for the sake of my own well-being and inner peace." After the Shade Room posted Deja's comments, T.I. responded saying, "At the Shade Room, y'all reaching. Okay, every adult felt this way as an adolescent at some point in life. Only difference here is she's T.I.'s daughter." He also said, "Let her live, cuz she finding her place in the world and she doesn't deserve to be under the microscope every step of the way. I can handle that pressure and I welcome it, so apply it to me. Leave her TF alone because please, sincerely, a loving father."
Yeah, that's you got to defend yours.
Yeah, you do. I'm not mad at that because when you're not used to that, being under that scrutiny, it's not an easy thing. All right, y'all, coming Coming up next, well, I'm going to wrap up the hot spot right there. So, God bless y'all and good night. Coming up next, we got Chef Kurt Boudreaux with them quarantine cuisines, and we got Dwight Stone with the praise mix down, y'all. Time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all. Quarantine cooking with Chef Kurt Boudreaux. What up, Kurt?
What's up, man? How y'all doing this morning?
Man, we just ought to be glad.
All right.
Kurt, what you cooking today, man?
All right, man. Today I got some beef and broccoli over some jasmine rice, man. First, I put on my rice, then I cut up my broccoli, blanched it, set it aside. For the beef, I used some thinly cut ribeye instead of skirt steak. But for the sauce, I used some low-sodium soy sauce, brown sugar, garlic, ginger, water, and a little cornstarch. I fried down the steak using some sesame seed oil, added some red pepper flakes for a little heat, threw in the broccoli, added some sauce. I added the sauce mixture until it got thick, plated my rice with the beef and broccoli on top, and garnished with a little sesame seed, man.
Oh, man, that sounds good.
That sounds delicious.
Yes, sir.
Telling you, man.
Yeah,
God,
it don't take that long when you get everything, cut up and ready to go. But
And
you can find,
no one ever thinks to make something like that at home. That sounds delicious.
Well,
I bet if you gonna try it today.
You already know. I did the Tuscan chicken yesterday. You know I got broccoli and beef in the kitchen.
Kurt, let everybody know how they can find this video.
You can find this video on Rickey Smiley Official. You can follow me on Facebook at Boudreaux's Catering, and on Instagram, Chef_Boudreaux1.
There it is, y'all. Quarantine cooking with Chef Kurt Boudreaux.
All right, guys, y'all have a good weekend. Good week.
It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Why you standing over here by me? Huh? We don't like kids. We don't like. Come here. Look at me. Look at me. I can't see you. I can't see you. Bring your eyes close. I can't see what you. We do not like kids. You understand? Listen. I cannot see your face. When you go out there and swim today, do everything you're supposed to do. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And when I talk to you, you have to come close where I can see you. I can't see you. Why do you eat all your food? I cannot see you. Did you eat your food?
Oh, no. I don't want it.
You don't want it. Why?
I don't want it. I need my apple juice.
I can't see you.
I need my apple juice.
You don't have any apple juice. I can't see you. Say what?
I need my apple juice over there.
Your apple juice is where? Come close, I can't see you. Your apple, what?
My apple juice over there.
All right, look. No, where?
There.
Look at me when I'm talking to you. We're going to go out there, we're going to swim today. I don't want no running around the swimming pool. Do you understand? I'm going to teach you how to, yes ma'am. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do I look like a ma'am? I don't look like a ma'am, do I?
No.
So, come here, I can't see you. So when you go out there and swim, we're going to teach you how to swim without your life jacket today.
And Jada?
I can't see. So what?
And Jada?
And I'm going to teach you how to swim without your life jacket. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And when I talk to you, you have to get close because I can't see that good. Now I can see you. I need to see your eyes. Open your eyes. You see my eyes? I see your eyes. Go, look at me. Go get your life jacket and your swimming trunks. Understand?